Good morning, everyone. It's Mark, the bowler hat farmer. I hope you are well. On the 22nd of February, we start our tour, and we're touring the UK. Everyone's been asking, Mark, what are you going to cover? Well, let's just talk about that. We're going to be covering the transition, not mine. I'm not transitioning. The transition between where the food supply chain is at present and where it needs to go to, how farmers get from where we are now to where we want to be, and how the public can support the farmers in their transition across to a new way of producing food, selling food, and consumers buying food. Now, this is essential because the system we've got is quite clearly broken. Now, what we want to achieve on the tour is to get to see farmers, particularly growers, producers, and we need to be able to put on these events in the evening in local community churches, village halls, whatever that might be. We've got WI talks and all sorts of things. To book all these rooms obviously costs money. We're going to be touring all over the UK. If you can help support us in any way at all, then if you can go to thebowlerhatfarmer.com after the video finishes, thebowlerhatfarmer.com, where you can kindly make a donation to get us on the road. Now, what do we want to achieve from this? Because from my side as a grower, I've realised that over the years, the transition, what has taken me some years to learn, to go to organic and to understand what that actually means for the soil, for the food you produce, the densely nutrition value in the food. And that's what the public are telling me in the comments, what they want to see. So can I ask a favour, please? Tell us what it is you want from farmers. Is it that you want a better quality food? Is it you want it a more a guaranteed stability of food in the country? Is it that you want better prices? Is it whatever it is? Put it in the comments below, because as we go on tour, we're going to talk to all the farmers and bring them the reason we're doing this tour and what the public says about what we're trying to achieve. So it's really, really crucial for us to be able to get your thoughts down below. So we're out on tour. We're going to be talking to farmers, growers, producers. We're going to be visiting farm shops. We're going to be visiting all sorts of places. Now, the crucial thing for me in all of this is to get across the really clear message of why we're going. So on the tour, we want to be covering, for the public side, bringing to them the awareness of what's actually gone on in the food industry over the past 50 years, how it's been manipulated, played with, poisons, additives, nasty shit all going in the food, right? We don't need that stuff in there. So between the farmer and the customer, there should be nothing, just food. Not all this nastiness, what's been put in it with clever packaging and really clever marketing. So we get out on the road. We tell the public what's been going on. We talk to them about how they can assist the farmers in the transition, what the farmers need to make to come across from the big farming background of chemicals and fertilizers and everything else, transitioning across to not perhaps using big tractors on big fields, but going backwards to small fields, natural fertilizers, putting animals back onto the farms, because that's an issue we don't have anymore, putting the fields back small, putting the hedgerows back in, encouraging the birds and the bees back to the farm, and how the public can get involved in that. Because I believe that this is to all of this, the public's involvement. See, the public has been taken away from where their food comes from, taken away from understanding how it's produced, how it's grown. Most people these days, if you ask them, don't even know an egg comes from a chicken, for God's sake, let alone where the chicken comes from. We've forgotten how good it is to be in touch with the earth. My passion is to just get my hands dirty, to get out there as a grower, to get my hands in the soil and feel connected to earth. That's missing these days, guys. They give us rubber shoes so that we don't walk around the field and around the grass and connect and get that electricity into our body. There's nothing better than walking down a nice sandy beach, is there? Or walking around in the summer and your feet with no shoes and socks on. That connection is what makes you come to life. So I think it's really important we get back to that and we get the kids to understand getting their hands dirty is actually good for them. It builds up their immune systems. It builds up their character. You know, let's work together with the farmers. This is crucial in my opinion. So, one of the other things which we've got to understand is that seed has been really, really badly manipulated, all GMO side and rubbish stuff. If you're in a local community and you've got allotment associations or whatever else, and you know that you're into growing, put a post on Facebook, see if anyone's got any heritage seeds that they've grown, that they, you know, maybe have got too many of, or if you've got too many, swap them about. It's really, really essential that we get good quality seeds out there to the people. Now, there's lots of good seed companies out there, I will say, that sell lots of heirloom seeds. So look them up. But you want heirloom seeds. They haven't been attacked by GMO. They haven't been played with by our dear friend Billy Boy Gates or anybody else. This is really crucial to have good quality seed. We also need good quality soil. The soil can be brought back to life. People are under the understanding that all the chemtrails, they're dropping aluminium down onto the planet and it's all going to kill. Well, it will on. I'm going to just give you a quick lesson on this because I learnt this the other day. So dead soil, which like most farming land is, cannot absorb the aluminium and then deliver it back to the plant in the format it needs to. So the plant can't absorb it, so the aluminium just builds up. Now, if you've got really good, strong, organic, natural soil, something that's had lots of wood chip, lots of lots of biochar and different substances into the ground, manure, compost, whatever it might be, to build that soil up, then it can absorb that aluminium, turn it into something really useful for the plants and deliver it back to it. So it's really important that we all start to understand how important compost is. So, you know, when next time you're putting your leaves in your brown bin for the council to take away, they're actually taking away and charging you 9 times out of 10 to take away really good organic material that could be given to farmers. You know, people with allotments. Start thinking about this, not the grassroots and things like that. You don't want to be putting that and seed, you know, weed seed into that. But if you've got good quality leaves and things, tea bags, your vegetable waste, what do you do with it? Could you put it on the compost heap? Could you give it to someone else to put on theirs? We have to start thinking about this. The other thing which, you know, there is lots of knowledge out there about certain things, especially harnessing the energy from the atmosphere and putting that into the soil and bringing the life of the soil back. And these are the things we're going to be talking about on the tour. A lot of this is, so we're going to be talking about where we've come from, we're going to talk about the transition, and we're going to talk about where we're going to. Guys, it's going to be a brilliant tour. I'm looking forward to seeing you all out. We're literally booking up all over the country. Don't forget, if you can help us cover the cost of the tour, that'd be superb. thebowlerhatfarmer.com. Thanks very much, guys. Big love, and we will see you all soon. Bye-bye.